it's certainly an episode. The big deal is here today. What's that gonna go by? How's it going, man? Let's go around and meet our cast of characters for today. So let's start with the big deal himself. Trainsy, how you doing, man?
I'm such a big deal. Like, why do I have to explain myself?
It's true, man. It needs no introduction.
Yeah.
So, who will you be playing today, sir?
His name is No Bias. He is a passionate zealot who trickles the line between lawful good and lawful convenient, and through that he's almost like a big friendly sex ed teacher that pushes fertility and good practice towards people. So he has a bit of fun with that, honoring his God by encouraging people to fornicate,
amongst other things. From their bias. Hey, invited to Trorion for the 4 months. Thank you, my friend. Salute you, sir. Good morning. What a way to start a morning. Trorion. 4 months. Oh my God, we're almost halfway there to our baby. And we have with us today, we have Kira with us. Kira, how are you?
This morning, and I didn't feel like death. So That's a good start.
Speak for yourself. So, Kira, who are you playing today?
I'm playing Sapphire. She's a human ranger, and she's super hot-headed, pretty full of herself. And, the whole usual using her assets kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's totally down for that.
Ow. Yes, indeed. And we have Raffian Gaming with us today. How's it going, my man?
What is up, everybody? I'm Raffian.
What does that mean?
That's what I think. I don't know. Shut up. I am playing Haldrug, the big belly. He's a short, fat dwarf who primarily uses his gut instinct in battle. And by that, I mean literally throws his gut at people.
Yeah. It is huge. Huge. And we have with us Stuart. How are you, Stuart?
Doing pretty good. Very long time watcher of Encounter Roleplay, first time player today. So thank you very much for having me here today. I am playing a fighter, level 1 fighter by the name of Andrew the Blunt, because I have no mouth filter. I personally, in a metagaming sense, I live in California, so the Blunt could stand for other things if you choose to interpret.
That blunt. that blunt. Awesome. And myself, I am playing Tenenbaum, who is a gnome bard who has a cigarette problem and a cigar problem. He also has a problem in that he has found that he has a son, Ben, who he really doesn't want. He abandoned his mother when she started to get fat, as he said it, but he didn't realize that she was actually pregnant. So, he's trying to deal with Ben. He's trying to deal with this whole spaceship situation that they're dealing with. And, smoking a lot along the way. Get some feedback through someone's headphones or earphones. I don't know if that's just me hearing that, but it sounds like something's going on. But we have Askren with us. How are you, Askren? Our wonderful DM for today.
Hello, I was muted.
DM is muted.
I was muted. Sorry, guys. It's early and I've a lot of buttons to press. My name is Askren. I am, of course, your host and dungeon master from the Exploding Dice channel. But today I'm here running one of my favorite campaigns, Iron Gods, with some of my favorite people. And we have...
Only some of your favorite people.
Some of my favorite... Well, not all of them are here.
Which one?
Some of you are my favorite people. That's what I'm trying to say.
He's talking about the people in chat.
Yeah, just
Just chat.
No. So we have a great show for you today. But before we get into that, of course, we've got some stuff to go over. I'm gonna let Will do his whole spiel about the channel, and then we will jump right into a recap because last session we played, not last week, but last session was a little bit of a doozy. A lot of things happened that we're gonna need to talk about. We're gonna have a long, hard talk.
Just sit you guys down and talk to you about it and have a mature discussion about your future. So yeah, before we do that though, time for fun times with Uncle Will. So if you are new to the channel, then there are a few ways that you can interact with the show as we go on throughout today. If you have not followed, hit that follow button and join us. You see the follow account on the screen. When we hit 20 followers, you guys get to decide what happens next in our story today. We get a viewer decision where you get to decide anything which happens. Throw out some ideas in the chat. We get into a straw poll, and the most popular decision will happen. Also, check out the tweets. When we hit 20 retweets, we get another viewer decision. And, of course, you get new subscribers. We have 2 new subscribers, and we'll have more shenanigans going on. And good time to be a subscriber, because this Sunday I've got a 12-hour subscriber Sunday stream. Where we're going to be playing D&D throughout with you guys. And a bunch of people already signed up. You can still have a chance to do so. In fact, there's a few spaces left, so go and sub Sunday there. And of course, can donate to affect the game and give players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and far, far worse. So check out the stuff beneath. Donate if that tickles your pickle. But yeah, other than that, let's dive into... oh, wow. That's almost as good. Let's dive back into what we're doing today. So, Askren, sit me down and give me a long, hard talk.
Yeah. So, first of all, just go ahead and you're gonna have to shoot me the follow numbers and stuff. I haven't, I think you may have said it to me, but I forgot it. So, as we let me get some music going on in the background. We're gonna need it. So, what happened last week? Well, you guys were in the middle of exploring a what seemed to have been a crashed and buried spaceship of some sort. You were amidst all kinds of robotics. There were, metal corridors and hallways. There were blood. There was aliens. There was you have an alien baby in tow, which you named Askren for some reason. And yeah. That happened.
Streams you named Askren. I'm still your favorite, remember.
And so you guys were actually trying to find the lost counselor from Torch. His name was Connor Bane, and you had been following a blood trail that you assumed was his. He had delved into the ruins under the town of Torch that were actually a giant spaceship, and you were going to try and get him back. In the process, you found strange alien life forms, you found robots, and you found an android woman who was bent on stopping you. But all that was thrown out of balance when the ship itself started firing to life and ripping out of the ground, taking off into the air. You fought with the android woman. You killed her, but just as that was happening and the ship was kind of hovering, trying to leave the atmosphere with its damaged engines, a voice came over the computer, a voice that called itself the AI known as Hellion, an AI that claims to be both divine and also having the same goal as you, and that goal seems to be to prevent Unity from gaining control of the divinity. You didn't really take well to this AI. You just kind of said, "Fuck it, we're leaving."
What about it?
Yeah, you didn't. You just wanted out. To which the AI responded by saying, "Fine, you have your way." And then he shut off the engines to the spaceship, which began hurtling into a free fall from the upper atmosphere towards the ground. And as pieces of the hull ripped off, and the ship began to crumble and plummet towards the desert below, you guys raced to find a way out, to find something to save yourselves, and you kind of ended on the solution that the only way to truly save yourself was to agree to Hellion's terms, to align your purposes and your actions. And so as we pick it up today, the ship has slammed to a halt and is now hovering in midair with its damaged hull and limping engines, and you are sitting here staring at an AI console at which a grainy sort of blurred image of what appears to be a kind of a flickering, staticky, computer-generated demon face is looking at you.
Oh shit!
And that is where we'll dive right into it. So as you guys are standing in the navigation room of this ship, the face is flickering on the monitor. It says, "I am glad you have agreed to my terms. Unity cannot be allowed."
I kind of look around at the others nervously, like, yes, that's right. Unity mustn't be allowed. What you said. I believe that. So when can we get off this ship, do you think? We're going to stop anytime soon? Maybe, you look the other way for a minute.
Give me 1 second. The computer kind of flickers for a second, and then it says, "You must depart for your next destination." Wow, that's really loud. That is very loud.
Yes, we must. Where might our next destination be?
The town of Scrapwall. It was my domain before I was forced out. Unity has taken my place, usurped control over my followers, and convinced them that I am different.
Oh, well, I can't see how you're any different from any other weird spaceship god I've ever met before. So don't get yourself down about it. So where is Scrapwall? How long are we gonna be on this tub for?
Scrapwall is 3 days to the south. I don't know why my camera keeps flickering.
It's okay, you're on an AI screen. It's gonna.
Scrapwall is 3 days ride south. I will offer transport, but you must go alone.
That I'm fine with that actually. Yeah. You need your alone time. I understand. So we'll stay here. You can, Jeff off to wherever you need to be, and we'll get to Scrapwall. What do we do when we get to Scrapwall?
You must unite the denizens against Unity. Unity has usurped my place.
Don't like Unity.
Is Unity like the name of another creepy AI, or are you saying the actual word Unity?
The screen kind of flickers for a second, and you get sort of flashes of images of that same sort of staticky demonic face, eyes flared in anger, one image of it just sort of soundlessly screaming as it says, "Unity is nothing more than a collection of glitches and errors that believes itself a master of divinity."
Right. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it seems like we've got all the information we need. So why don't you just, do your thing, and we'll sort this whole Unity problem out. We'll get disunity, ununity, non-unity, re-unity. We'll fuck it up.
You are simple, organic creatures and cannot comprehend what...
That's racist. Excuse me.
How do you get here?
So he's kind of he says, Scrapwall was my domain. It is controlled by disharmonious beings of flesh like you. But you must unite them. Cast down the Lords of Rust and find my body.
Oh,
Oh, you have a body. Oh, okay.
but you do. All right. In that case, we'll do all of those steps.
There
So it
is
sounds like we must find those who don't align themselves with divinity and purge them from existence.
It sounds like a religious massacre is what we're planning.
Ugh, for fuck's sakes.
divinity is my rightful throne.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down.
I just needed to clarify because killing in the name of your god it is good. It is seen as good, so I can align myself with this.
He says, there is one more thing. There is a being in Scrapwall that will assist you. Seek out the flesh being, Divyana.
Sounds pleasant.
She sounds interesting. Is she like a human, or is she actually just like a flesh being? I don't know what that is, but that sounds bad. Or are you just sexist? Is she just
That's actually
Says
that's what I nicknamed my friend
all
that I used to serve Yondola with. That's my flesh being.
all beings of flesh are the same.
I'm in different sizes.
It's not one size fits all, mate, but I guess. All right,
Yeah,
then.
I mean, I'm pretty fabulous. I don't think any of these guys can measure up to me, but sure, whatever.
Don't get talking to no bias about measuring. He has tape measures ready.
I have spoken enough. Go, complete our tasks, and we will together usurp divinity's vile controller.
Yep. Yep. Sure thing, buddy. Sounds good. And I give him like a tap on the the machine that I'm talking to, like the computer thing.
You guys, the screen kind of goes staticky, and you guys hear a very loud grinding sound. It sounds like some kind of broken mechanism is like being forced open.
I kind of want to slap my stomach and be like, sorry, I haven't eaten
Guys.
today.
I'm sorry, this is totally off topic, but I finally got my fucking student loan. I've been waiting since August. I'm not poor and broke and starving anymore.
See how long that lasts, Kira, up in there. And look at me now.
Now go spend it all on candy.
I was gonna say she actually gets to flavor her ramen now.
The trick is to stay in school long enough for the loans to come in and then quit. So, what did the dude say?
We need to go to this place to destroy this thing so he can be the Overlord Supreme Ruler.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I'm about it.
As long as there's food when we get there.
Yeah, is Stuart's character with us at this point? Or
No, he's gonna be introduced in just a bit.
Oh, sorry about that. I was speaking out of turn.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
But he is kind of racist. All right.
We're hearing voices.
All right, let's go. Off to Scrap Heat Wall.
All right.
So you guys make your way kind of out of the chamber, and you notice that one of the kind of cargo bays, the ones that you didn't go in, the large sort of cargo hatch has opened, and you're basically looking like you find yourself looking out as if like over the vast plains of Numeria, very obviously from a great height, as you realize the ship, while damaged, appears to be very loudly sort of hovering, probably about 500 to 600 feet above the ground. And also in this cargo bay, you notice there is what appears to be a sort of a mechanical device. If you can kind of imagine like sort of like a hovering power loader, it's just kind of sitting there in front of the open doorway.
And thank you to Bianca for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentle lady and a scholar. I'm gonna head towards this thing.
Okay.
Let's check it out.
All right. You've never seen anything like this before. It is a fairly large metal contraption. This is not the right music. But yeah, it's sort of if you can imagine what something that's a bit like a land speeder, but more with more of the aesthetic of like the power loader from Aliens, like a big kind of utilitarian metal contraption, not really sleekly designed or anything like that.
Okay. Interesting. I'm do I know the function of this thing, or am I just kind of an idiot with it?
You've never seen this before, but you could definitely investigate it to see if you could figure out how it works.
I would like to, and thank you to Chris the Beast for following. Welcome to the adventure, Chris. You're a gentleman and a scholar. My wisdom investigate. So if we have a free list, 15.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you guys are pretty solidly familiar with, you guys aren't like educated on computer systems and technology yet, but you've grasped enough of the basics from interacting with it for a little bit now that you can kind of figure out like that you're probably supposed to be looking for a panel of buttons and things, and you do find that in front of like this kind of bucket seat type thing, there are a bunch of like levers this way and that way. There are some pedals, there are some buttons, so you figure that that's probably how you operate it. And I mean, you can you press one of the buttons and there's like as the engines in the back flare to life.
Nice. Hey guys, I think I got it working. I'm not so bad at all this. And then I look at Ben, who's probably like really proud of me, and I'm like, fuck.
Do I just walk up and see like the buttons of an elevator that are just all lit up, and that's what he did?
On the machine?
I turned on the LEDs.
No, it's again. There's like a chair. There's some levers, kind of like forklift control kind of things.
Yeah, I'm like, look, it works. See? Probably. I mean, you can go inside if you want to be my first guinea pig.
Inside?
Well, yeah, it goes up and down.
No. It's like a hover car. It's like a
It doesn't do that, actually. I was wrong. It kind of... I'm neutral.
Gotcha.
Hovers around and stuff. It's real clever.
I'll hoist up my gut and go in.
you put your gut on the elevator.
No, it's not really an elevator. It's more did you see Firefly? Firefly. You know how they had that sort of hovering thing that they
like
flew,
moving cargo and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a cargo loader basically.
Yeah, then I'll definitely hoist my gut on the cargo.
With a driver. There's definitely enough room for all of you to kind of climb on top.
I'll kind of do the whole hoist my gut up and then just kind of grab on and kind of wiggle my feet, trying to pull myself up. eventually, hopefully, rolling on top. Or if I need assistance, then that as well.
I'm just gonna pull up and watch him struggle.
I accept her viewership. I need all the viewers I can get. Thank you.
Thanks for the viewers. And thank you to Weekend Otaku for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Yeah, I gotta push them up there, and then I'm gonna jam the buttons to see if it works.
Yeah, once you've kind of got on, you can basically you can kind of experiment a little bit with the controls. You kind of press one of the pedals and there's a and the ship kind of the thing lurches forward a bit. You kind of gather that the left and right sticks kind of are the pitch controls and stuff like that. It doesn't really have much up and down. It's kind of it needs a surface to hover on. It's basically just got enough lift to keep itself off the ground, so it can't really fly, but you are going to have to make about a 500-foot drop in this thing out of the side of the ship.
Does that look doable with this thing?
You could definitely drive it out of the ship. It's gonna, you've never been in one of these things, so you don't actually know whether it will safely land. Your only comfort is the fact that Hellion gave this thing to you, so.
It worked in Outlanders, so, with my that logic,
But the important thing is, when that worked, you had someone proficient in physics.
This is true.
You don't have anyone with a degree right now.
I don't know anything about physics. I'm gonna say, all right. Well, Gizmo, what's his fact? The dude with the computer Unity chappy. He gave us this, so I reckon we should use it to fuck off down a scrap heap.
What is this physics you speak of? Is it the weight of the gods' world and the surrounding objects that they attribute?
No, what it is, mate, there was this one twat who, there's a story about him, and he flew down from heaven, and everyone's like, oh, he's going to get fucked up when he gets down here. But it turns out that this guy, who's apparently a very handsome gnome, actually survived falling down from there.
A gnome, so I don't think.
Yeah, sounds like him. I think that's how it goes, anyway. But listen, I'll put on board this, and we'll fly down the Scrapwall, probably. Most likely. Ben, you try it. Get my son on it.
Ben will sit in the driver's seat, arms up, like he's kind of holding like ape hangers on a motorcycle, and then he'll be like, "I'm ready."
Send me in, coach. Are you sure about this, Ben?
He says. Alright, so wait, are you all on the thing with him, or are you just sending the hover car out with him?
I think Raph is. Yeah, I'll jump on it.
Because bear in mind, you're not going to be able to fly this thing back up to the ship.
Yeah, I'll get on it and press the button. I don't know if no bias is on.
Oh, I'll get on.
All right, so you all kind of climb on this loader, but Ben's in the seat, and you hit the throttle, and it just roars to life and rockets out the side of the ship, and you guys are all basically the weight of this thing. It sails for a minute before tipping downwards, and as this thing is plummeting towards the ground, you guys are all basically hanging off this thing as you plummet, and it's going. It's rocketing towards the ground. Let me change this up a little bit. It's the ground is racing up to meet you. You see the dunes and the cliffs and the arid lands of this thing, and you have no idea whether this is going to be safe or not. And as you're all kind of screaming and hanging off this roller coaster of a thing that is plummeting downwards, Ben is hanging off, and his foot slips from her, and he goes flying backwards, hands still on the two shifters, and as he does, they're kind of jerked back, and all of a sudden the retros in front of this thing fire, and the ship just like it hits the ground, but these powerful jets blast the nose upwards just enough so that the whole thing is gonna like basically bounce off of the air right before it hits the ground. And as it does, you all are kind of jarred, and most of you like thrown loose as this thing skids to a halt. As you all come, what's up?
Is it like when your inner tube like hits just the bottom of the river or something?
Like skips off the water.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Like,
It's just like a
big ground.
like a ricochet. And as this thing kind of like spins around on its axis and comes to a halt as the engines kind of sputter for a bit. You guys are all like picking yourself up from the dust in a pile, just covered in dirt, some bruises and some injuries around, but the hover car seems to have at least protected you from the fall.
Man, that was kind of, that was really dangerous. That was.
I need a massage after that. Oh my god.
Ben. Oh, his tiny little hands. That's ow, well, that was kind of painful. Is this what they call Scrapwall then, or are we in the middle of nowhere?
No, you don't really. I mean, those of you who have been in Numeria for a little while, like on your way in, you've probably heard of it. Scrapwall is a sort of a no. Wow, this is the wrong music. Scrapwall is like a no man's land. It's a giant junk heap out in the desert that is full of gangs, slavers, rumors of like cannibal tribes out there. It's just generally not a nice place.
This is kind of fucked up. Let's see if there's anyone we can talk to around here. There's a complete widow. That machine dude up there.
I mean, it looks as our friend described, a land without divinity, surrounded in the unity that is this dirt and dust.
Well, if they got any unity around here, good on them.
No, that's what we're combating.
Why are we trying to... Have we thought about exactly why we're doing this? Because some fucking space alien machine...
I like how when we were given the quest, no one said anything, and you were like, yeah, no, we got this. We'll destroy
Well, I
it.
told
Now that we're
him.
down there, you're like,
Well, because when we didn't agree with him, he was going to fuck up the ship, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So I kind of had to tell him, didn't I?
Granted.
So now is the time we can think about, what the fuck are we doing? You know? Is this a good idea? Maybe what we should do is go in and see what this Unity shit is all about, and then, we can deal with the situation from there.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's head on in. See if we can find someone who can explain all this mess.
So you guys know that you're not in Scrapwall right now. You're gonna it is about a 3. He said it was about a 3 days travel south.
Oh, okay.
So now that you are on the ground, you can basically use the sort of the navigation, the basic navigation in the loader to travel. And so we're gonna cut a little bit as you guys are kind of packing up and making your way out into the desert on this journey. Why don't we do a little bit of traveling time? So we'll go around the group. For those of you who are new to the channel, there's kind of a mechanic that we have on this channel, which is where we spend some time with allowing the players to create situations that they're going to encounter along the way and describe how they solve them. So we'll start with Will right next to me. You guys are traveling for about 3 days through an almost barren desert. You can see mountains and stuff rising in the distance. You can see vultures and stuff circling the sky. There are basic scrub plants. It's not like the Sahara, but it's more like the New Mexico desert, like rocky and dusty, and not a lot of things grow. The nights are very, very cold because there's not a lot of things, nothing to insulate. And you basically have a loader, like a hover loader, and your own equipment. So why don't you tell us something that, like a challenge that you guys come up against, something in your way. Maybe it's someone you meet, maybe it's an obstacle, maybe it's something you have to deal with, and how you go about solving that.
Can I say we meet Stuart's character, or is there like a point in which we... Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you look like, Stuart, but we're going to be traveling along, and I'm going to like stop on the crest of a dune, and kind of like look out, and who's that geezer over there? We should have a talk to him. Oi, mate! Over here! I'll kind of call down to him.
What? Student? What? Who are you then? That's kind of my reaction.
I'm gonna be like, are you from Scrapwall?
Okay, question of the game. Is my character from Scrapwall?
I don't know. Your character is like what's your character class and all that stuff.
I guess we'll just say that I'm not originally from Scrapwall. Maybe I am a new resident to Scrapwall because it's kind of a rough and tumble place. It's my kind of place. I like to fight. I like to hang out and drink and just kind of tussle. So yeah,
sure.
Just in Scrapwall.
Then what we'll say is you probably have lived there, or I mean, Scrapwall is a really shitty place. Like it's not like a town per se. It's more like a collection of gangs and people just living on the fringes of society. But it is, for the most part, it is kind of secure and undisturbed by the majority of the things going on in town. It's entirely possible that if your character lived there, you might be out in the desert scavenging, for things to trade or sell. You might be like on the run from one of the gangs there. It's really up to you.
I'll pick I'm gonna pick option C. I'm on the run because, I basically killed somebody I shouldn't have killed, and some people are pretty upset about that. So I'm just. I gotta wait till that cools off. Kind of lay low.
We'll say that you're on the run from a nasty gang called the Smilers.
The Smilers. Ugh, that don't sound good.
No, it's not. The Smilers are fucking. I gotta get to my notes here, because I'm not in front of it.
This is unacceptable.
Yeah, no, the Smilers are kind of this they're one of the nastier gangs in the group. They're a gang of notorious sort of cannibals. They're basically like reavers. They capture people, they strip them of their gear and their clothing, and then they will either butcher them or they will take them back to Scrapwall, where even worse tortures and things will take place.
Well, as Andrew the Blunt is a lawful good character, my moral compass said, hey, it was okay to kill these guys, and they just took notice of me because I killed quite a few, and they're like, oh shit, that guy Andrew the Blunt, we gotta eliminate him, and I gotta lay low for a bit. In the desert. I'm kind of like Batman. Gotta clean up Scrapwall.
So I'm gonna say. So you say your name's Andrew. What are you doing out here? Not a place to be walking around.
Well, you don't look like a smiler.
No, I'm not a smiler. Not right now, anyway. What does that mean?
Well, if you don't know what the Smilers are, you're better off for it. But if you're willing to draw your swords with me against them and all their foul ilk, we may be friends.
You need to slow down there, buddy. There are a lot of people saying that I should kill lots of people. People telling me that I should go kill this Unity thing in Scrapwall. Or I don't really know what that is, or what that's about.
Okay. Would Andrew the Blunt know anything about Unity since he's spent some time in Scrapwall?
Probably not. Unity doesn't have any presence there. You would know that the leaders of Scrapwall are a particularly rough group called the Lords of Rust, and they themselves worship a god that is fairly new, and seems to grant them sort of powers and stuff. But as far as you know, that the god that they worship is called Hellion. You don't know much about anything called Unity.
Well, I know not of this thing called Unity that you speak of, but if it is the thing that is causing discord and foulness in Scrapwall, then I may join you in destroying this thing.
All right, well, let's say it is. Let's can you know the way to Scrapwall? Because we're kind of getting lost out here in this desert.
Yes, I can lead you there very well. I will warn you that I am not welcome there at all anymore.
Oh,
so
man.
Right about it.
We may encounter trouble.
Will, you're gonna get a notification
Oh, yeah,
coming up.
shit. And fading into Blackwing, hey, well, Blackwing says £50. He says time for the entire team to pilot an Atlas battle mech with enough seats for the whole group. We'll message him counter roleplay for more details. Thanks so much, Blackwing. Very generous of you, my friend.
Oh man, so Will, you're gonna have to. If he sent you a message, you're gonna have to forward that to me.
Been planning something like this for weeks.
It's his master plan.
No, I'm serious.
Wait, who's been planning this?
Blackwing has been planning this
Oh.
for weeks.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for that huge donation, man, and supporting the show. And also, Will, you're gonna have to forward that to me because I'm gonna need the details on that. So we'll get to that in just a bit. So you have Andrew, you once you've met these guys, you can lead them towards Scrapwall. We'll say that with your guidance, you can probably cut a day off their travel. Just taking a more direct route. So that'll be Tenenbaum. We'll go next. Next on the order, we'll go down to Sapphire. Why don't you tell us something that happens that day?
So it's a barren desert, right?
So pretty much, yeah. It's like Arizona, New Mexico kind of terrain.
Okay. Well, let's say we run into a unexpected pack of beasts. What kind of beast? What kind of beast would be the best?
Oh, I've got some. I've got some monsters. Yeah.
Okay.
Lucky. Oh, never mind.
All right. So you let me just check my reference. You guys are hold on. Let me just see what this is. Yeah. Get some stats for this. Oh yes. I have things.
Yeah.
So you guys are walking through the desert, and it's not long after you've gotten Andrew acquainted with the group, and he says, as you begin walking through these sort of towering spires of dirt that look like they're not really natural. It looks like this dirt has been compacted together and to make these sort of tall, like probably 12 to 15 foot spires that are maybe about the width of a large tree trunk. Andrew, you would know right away that you have to be careful in this because you are wandering into the feeding and breeding grounds of some fairly nasty desert dwellers. Hold on, I'm getting a bunch of links sent to me.
They have like fornication pits.
The lust pits, yes.
Not yet.
Not the kind you would like.
All right.
We must be cautious. As we proceed through.
All right. As you guys, and as you were kind of you were talking, you like just at that moment you hear kind of Haldrug, like you hear a crunching sound, and you look back, and Haldrug is like, because he's not particularly graceful, he is like his gut has just like clipped one of these sand towers, and a big chunk of dirt has just fallen out. And as there's, you guys are all looking at him, there's complete silence, followed by like the sound of like a kind of rumbling sound coming from under you. It sounds like the rumbling of many legs, and it seems to be like just under the ground.
Performing a dance.
I'm gonna draw my crossbow and just be like, be on guard.
I want to hold my gut. Oh, that tickled, you little fucker. That's all.
And don't do that. Stop tickling Haldrug.
And I draw my greatsword. I'm like, oh, this is not good.
I'll draw my my crossbow. Yeah. Actually, no.
I'll
I've got
draw my giant robotic dildo.
The vibrating wand, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as you
vibrating
I'll
wand.
also draw mine.
as you let me actually see if I can get an image for these.
You're gonna pull up an image for my I wouldn't do that.
No, different thing.
Oh, Google search. Everybody.
Scrapwall.
Oh man. So as you guys are going through, there's you hear rumbling from the ground, and all of a sudden, right nearby, the ground kind of cracks and something bursts out, and it looks to be a large. Let me upload this. It looks to be a large insect-like thing, giant kind of plated head, big like scything claws and clacking mandibles as it comes out of the ground, and
This thing doesn't look good.
it's it is
my ex-wife.
yeah, it is larger than any of you, and it looks a little bit like this.
Ben's mum. Looks like Ben's mum.
That
Yeah.
You have poor taste.
So is that a beast?
It is a monstrosity.
Okay. Can I do like
Sex with that?
an intelligence check?
Yeah, sure. I'll let you do a nature check on it.
Okay.
Very painful intelligence.
All right. Yeah, you absolutely know that what the hell? Oh, that's my channel. That's why. Yeah, you know that this is what's called an ankeg. It is a desert-dwelling giant insect-like creature. They feed on kind of carrion and other living things, and you instantly know as you're looking at this that you see one has just burst out of the ground, but these things are not sole hunters. They travel in swarms. And I think Kira froze.
She's just done with
No,
you,
that's
dude.
she's just
She's
giving
just so fucking done with you.
just eyebrow all day.
Really? They travel in packs. Mm.
It's a resting fuck you, Brian Muck.
Oh man. So we're waiting for that, and there she goes, fogging up every camera.
There she goes again.
Oh god.
Well, Kira's dead. We watch her get eaten by the creature, and then we
saving
transfer.
throw for paralysis.
Does this mean that she doesn't get the Atlas suits, but we do?
Oh god, I hope so.
She got that Winterwolf cloak last time, and that was okay.
Well,
This only seems fair.
we're gonna have to see if she's gonna come back. I'm not gonna. Trainsy's the only one without a camera right now. Oh no, Trainsy.
It's okay.
Yeah. I will recrop the cameras when she gets back. But for now, oh, if I put these side by side, I get one full Trainsy.
Mecha Trainsy.
There, look at that. That's perfect. It's the perfect Trainsy.
I'm into the blunt now.
Screams, no.
No. Just look at the stream. Look at Trainsy. So, as this thing is bursting out of the ground, the rumble continues, and you see more of them begin swarming up. Like at first you're standing to fight, but as more and more of these giant things swarm out of the ground, it begins to look more and more like this is not a fight you want to have.
Let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle.
We can't win this fight.
Tenenbaums are out up there. Stay behind there, Ben. I attempt to leave him.
So wait. I want to. So I'm Andrew the Blunt. So I want to wield my greatsword and jump into battle.
This dude is still sending me messages. Literally, it's like 20 of them at this point.
I told you. Like I said, weeks.
Weeks of marketing, weeks of preparation.
Weeks of messages.
This is what makes Blackwing a nightmare for people like us.
It's a nightmare. Just planned. Just excited.
He will find me, and he will.
Oh god! And now the messengers are in caps lock. Someone help me!
They're super excited.
God, someone kill me! So what are you guys doing?
Uh-oh, I think I'm frozen.
I'm running. I'm fucking out.
All right, so you guys are booking it away as these things are swarming out of the ground, and it's you are on the power loader, so you can kind of like punch it, but these things are kind of still in your sights. So we'll say as you guys are flying the power loader away from this swarm, Rathian, what is going to happen to you guys next, and how are you going to overcome it?
Are we fast enough to get away, or are they just overtaking us?
They're large creatures, and this thing isn't designed for speed.
Right. In that case, I'm going to roll off the side, because I'm probably weighing it down, and that'll allow them to go faster.
Oh, the heroic sacrifice. You just flops off.
Diddled by bugs and killed, and then we're gonna have to come pick up your.
We lost Stuart as well. Everyone's dying one by one.
Bye, buddy.
Now, look, I had cameras before, but now they're just completely fucked up.
This is like the Hunger Games.
Now I'm rolling off the cart, so thanks guys for having me on.
Rappian's house, you're like...
Well, no, I mean, since two people have already jumped off the cart, I guess I'll stay on the cart. They've already sacrificed themselves.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Can I hurl the giant vibrating wand at them and kind of like try and slow them down?
I guess, yeah, sure. I don't see why not.
You ever seen Dune? That could be one of those like vibrating devices that you put in the ground to attract the worm beasts.
Wait, yeah, can I just turn it on and then just like hold it behind and it'll kick up all the sand and maybe they won't be able to see where we go?
Sure. Roll me.
That made me think of this. It was a crazy of that.
Yeah. Yes. So you kind of you begin sort of you turn this thing on and it's just a giant like in your hand, and as you kind of force it into the ground behind this thing, it begins just like generating a swarm of a kind of flying cloud of dust that is kicked up everywhere. Roll me. Let's say roll me an intelligence check.
You got it, boss. 10. How'd I do? Nailed it.
You are pretty sure this is a great idea. However, you still hear the swarm coming on behind you, because apparently they are attracted to the vibrating, since that's just part of what they do. But you're kicking up dust, a lot of dust, and you can't see them, so they surely can't see you.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with this plan. Yeah, I just kind of want to keep that going. I'll brace it against my stomach, kind of thing. Maybe like grip it with my stomach, because we know that Mike's power.
Grip it with my stomach.
And I'll just let my body do the talking at that point.
Is your gut posable? Because like posable.
It's a hand, it's a bludgeon, it's a...
There's that advert there was that advert in the UK where they were like, what if cats had posable thumbs and they'd rule the world, kind of thing. That's today, what if guts were posable?
That's exactly my seventh hand.
7. How many guts does he have? Oh my god. I guess, so are we away from them at this point?
They're still following you, and yeah, they're still following. So as you guys, sorry, I'm trying to make sense of all this shit that is still being sent to me. By the way, still getting messages.
Still in caps.
What have you?
I'm gonna I'm literally
and stuff.
I was on board with this for the first maybe 2 or 3 messages, but the next 50 I cannot read all those. It just doesn't work.
I think we get
that
the
way.
idea of what's going on there. I think we have the gist of it. The thing is, the sooner you bring it in, the sooner
The messages stop.
It's like blackmail.
Why don't you just cut it in half and give half to Will, and...
Yes. All right. So as you guys are flying away, we'll ask No Bias, what is going to happen next as you travel on your way?
I think we're going to encounter a very large mech, Looking around, I have a hunch.
With black wings.
Maybe...
And 50 other different things.
Maybe we're at a pub waiting for the mech to be assembled.
So I guess what'll happen is you guys are kind of bolting along, trying to get away from this thing. You see sort of a giant, like a large metal shape looming out of the desert sand, and it looks like a rock formation, but as it's kind of cast into silhouette by the sun. But as you're approaching it, it doesn't appear. It appears to be kind of shining metal. It doesn't really appear to be rock. And as you're going going towards the this thing, you can actually see you can see what Andrew will be able to identify as Scrapwall, looming in the distance. But we'll get to that in just a second. This thing, it appears to be like the head and kind of upper shoulder of some sort of very large robot. Again, and it's similar in construction to the ones that you have seen, inside of the spaceship that you were in, but it's much, much larger.
What the hell is that thing? No Bias, is this something your gods have said to us?
I mean, safety and protection, maybe. Could be a weapon of unity. Could be many of things we must.
Your god does always say to wear protection.
Mm-hmm.
This could be that.
Or not. And then I look at Ben.
Ben, go have a look.
He says, What do you want me to do?
You know what? Just have a look at it. See if it does anything. You know, like shoot lasers of death out or something like that.
All right. Bear in mind, you guys still are being followed by these hungry insects.
Can you stay here?
you do have a little bit of a lead on them, but you're pretty sure they still want food.
Yeah. In that case, we're just gonna rush along with Ben. I guess we'll keep Ben with us.
Okay. So you guys drive the loader right up to this thing, and like I said, it's basically about the shoulder and some of one arm and like the top of the head are like out of the dirt. The rest of it seems to be kind of submerged in dirt, much like all the other robotics and alien stuff in this land. But the face has kind of a large glass panel on it. You can kind of see like it's basically you assume it's just some sort of giant a large form of the robots that you saw in the ship. And as you're rushing up to, you're just kind of like at the base of this thing as it kind of towers above you. Again, it's not standing on 2 feet; it's buried in the dirt.
Hey, we have Akira.
What do you want to do? What's up, Kira?
Jump inside.
All right. First of all, let me fix all of this shit because this is not Sapphire.
So, Kira, whilst you were gone, we got a £50 donation from Blackwing, and there are mecha suits that we are going to pilot and ride in, I guess.
Sapphire got really ugly. Who's this fool? Oh, okay, never mind.
So, better rope than up. Jesus Christ. Oh my lord. But yeah, thank you again, Blackwing, for that donation. I'm sure Ashkan the message is still coming, or have you sated?
I don't know. I maybe it's possible. I haven't looked in a while.
Oh, that's so funny. Alright, hashtag drawbridge.
He's literally telling me about the rounds and how much they weigh. Like how much the firepower in this thing weighs.
I'm gonna
doing your job, man.
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but the missiles are 20 pounds each.
He's doing your job better than you.
No, this is not my job.
Blackwing, could you let us know which hard mounts it has? Does it have SRMs or AC-20? And what location on the mech that is? And then if you could tell me, is this one with ECM? And how will that apply in...
Actually, don't tell us. Just tell Askren.
No, that's what I meant. I obviously...
What? Oh my god, why is everyone's fucking camera flipping around today? You guys are fucking with me.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I dropped because I changed my internet plan because I was getting charged way too much, and they literally changed it like on the spot. So I wasn't expecting that.
No worries.
Well,
Hey, I'm Sapphire again.
We're gonna be over encumbered by that extra missile around, yeah.
So you guys are making an attempt to climb in, and this thing, is looks like it's been here for a long time. I mean, it's inside. The dirt and the rock and stuff that this is buried in hasn't fully penetrated to the inside of this thing. It's still navigable, but there's not a lot of room. It's like basically there. Once you find sort of a hatch behind the head, and there's barely you can all kind of climb into these narrow corridors that basically all it does is it leads to an a compact interior chamber with all these different stations and things like there are harnesses hanging from the ceiling. There's a chair that's in front of like a large kind of cracked monitor.
How do we work this thing? Does it work anything like the Is it WASD? Is it I mean, do we have to use?
I don't know. Roll me an intelligence check. Roll me an intelligence check if any of you want to make an attempt to investigate.
Sure. Yeah, Johan as well. Investigation. Sorry, intelligence isn't my strongest suit, so this one. It is a 17, the perfect number.
All right. You instantly recognize the seat in front of this giant cracked monitor is not exactly the same, but it's similar in setup to a lot of the chairs in front of banks of monitors in the navigation room of the ship that you were just on. So you assume, and you generally assume that this is probably where things get piloted from. But yeah, it's it's got a fairly kind of comfortable-ish pilot's chair with like a harness strap kind of hanging from it.
Nice. Oh, and thank you to the frog 123 for the 4 months. I salute you, sir. He says you deserve every month. Oh, thank you, cutie. Stop at you. Let's raise a drink in the chat for the frog. Thank you again, my man. Blackwing says, I told him it was not cracked. So apparently the monster.
I'm asserting a little bit of artistic liberty to blend it into the world. Chill.
I go up to the monitor and I'm like, appears to be busted. I don't know if this is usable.
Oh, in that case, we best just all go away.
Just leave it alone.
No, I reckon I can fix this. It just needs a bit of the TLC. So I'm gonna. Is there any way I can repair the monitor?
I don't know. Do you have anything with you that might, any kind of?
I've got the pen.
The shock pen that is known to fix everything.
I might charge it. I mean, in fact, in all history, it has fixed everything that I've applied it to. So,
one for one.
I mean,
if you
go wrong.
all right, if you wanted to make an investigation check to see if you could possibly find a way to jumpstart this thing with the electric pen, I will allow you to. It'll be
Can
pretty.
we combine the electric pen with the vibrating wand and use it as a
a vibrating electric pen?
Yeah, maybe that would do better.
Yeah.
If you think it will.
If you say so.
I think we need to strap the robotic vibrating wand to the mech. I don't know where, but it might belong in some place on this being. I feel like I brought it along for a reason.
Okay. Sure.
So that's what I'm going to start working on. While they figure out how to operate the mech, I'm going to start strapping this giant robotic vibrating arm to the mech.
To what part? Because most of it is buried in dirt.
I'm going to start clearing away the dirt to attach it probably around the waist area.
Right. And we got another notification. I don't know where that is.
Let me see.
Up on my screen.
Oh, Kira subscribed.
Oh,
Kira.
Finally!
Get out of here, you. Oh.
that doesn't count. That is. I think that does that make 2 or is that?
That does count.
Do you count resubs, Will?
No, do some. So
Okay.
we're on 1.
We're on 1.
And Kira, since you got the loans, Askren does have a game list in Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
I what?
That would count.
I don't have a game whiz.
That would count. Yeah, it only counts as us.
Someone's back.
Oh shit,
we
we've got a Stewart.
There we go. The power of.
No audio, but we got a steward.
Yes.
Do you have my audio? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I just did the old. Have you tried turning it off and on again? So, hope you guys watch IT Crowd.
Yep. Big fan. If you try turning it off and on again.
All right, hold on. Now I gotta redo all these cameras because I for those of you who weren't aware, all of the cameras were wrong. But there we go. All the cameras are now right, assuming anyone doesn't drop out. So you guys, so Haldrug, you are outside, sort of digging away at this thing. let's turn that down a little bit. You are digging away. It's gonna take a while to excavate, but you're getting to work on it. Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check, Will, if you want to attempt to do this. Also, if anyone wants to help him, you are welcome to.
21.
Oh shit, a 21. So you are down. You kind of figure that there's no place for you to kind of jam the pen in the console, but you look under and there's all these wires and stuff under the console, and as you kind of get under there, you're basically looking for the place that looks most appropriate to jam this pen in and hopefully shock this thing into starting.
I see an orifice.
And as you do, you find there's this little kind of this little box, and it appears it has like a little light on it, and the light is red. And as you just kind of pull one of the wires out and stick the pen in and hit the stud, there is an electric shock, and oh god, another sub.
It was just me.
6 months in a row.
What?
Yeah, like,
How does that work?
how does that even happen? Oh, okay, cool.
There was like
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yes.
I look outside and it's like winter. Like, what's going on?
Wait, hold on. You haven't even had subs for 6 months.
No, it's 4 months.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how does that make? That doesn't work. She's just that
She's
good.
saying she's committed.
Yeah, it's just like, this is
Fuck
a
it.
6 month thing.
I was here before it was cool to sub.
I was here before it was even able to subscribe.
I think, yeah.
Oh man. And so you basically jam this thing in, and as you press the stud, there's a crack of energy, and the small cell, like a kind of the fuse is tripped, and you hear a loud there's a loud sparking sound, as all of a sudden you hear a rumble as the power cells are engaged, and the kind of reactor core begins to kick in, and you hear a thrum coming as the screen kind of is like covered in a wash of static the whole thing begins to power up. This thing appears to be damaged. It is not in perfect condition, but you once it's kind of firing up. Did anyone want to get into any of the seats? There's a pilot seat, and there are at least 2 other harnesses.
Nice, you should pilot this.
I would like to pilot this timorous iron beast known as an Atlas.
Absolutely.
Meta question: Is this the Karita variant or the standard variant?
I have to ask Blackwing.
Yeah, no, you have to ask him. I don't know.
He is all up on getting us in an Atlas, that which I appreciate, but he's all about this.
Blackwing, I don't know how to roll a D1.
It's so
So there's who Andrew, did you want to sit in it?
I will sit in it, and I believe, because I've heard tell of such machines, or some such. There should be some sort of helmet device, which is not for armor, but is for some other purpose, I believe.
Locate the helmet and then put it on your head.
All right. Yeah, it's you put this thing on, and like there is a holographic display kind of comes in front of your face, similar to the helmet that Nobias is actually already wearing, the visor that he has.
Wow. Wow. What pray tell magic is this? Says Andrew.
Well, no, you if you live in Scrapwall, you know about the technology and stuff of this place.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, Numeria is a country that it's in a fantasy world, but this particular country is mostly dominated by the all kinds of technological wonders that rained down from the sky 9,000 years ago and have been dug up and uncovered and used by the denizens ever since.
I see. Sorry about that. Okay.
No, it's cool.
Retcon. Hey, this is pretty cool. That's.
So yeah, you the heads up display comes up, and you're kind of sitting in this seat. There are like levers on either side of you. There's all kind of you push one and engage, and the whole thing starts rumbling as the Haldor, you're outside as this thing begins to sort of with a struggle lift itself out of the dirt, and just as you've just managed to dig down just enough to its waist, so as you're kind of screwing this giant vibrating wand into place, the thing begins to lift up.
Definitely screwing it.
Yeah, you kind of screw it into place, and as this thing lifts up, you're like, oh shit, and you are holding on to hanging by this wand as the giant robot begins lifting itself out of the dirt.
Definitely. Yeah, if I can, I want to climb aboard and they've taken all the seats, right?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard for you to climb up to the hatch in the back of the head from where you are.
No. Yeah, just assume the position on top of my newly formed seat here on the front of it.
Okay, yeah, you kind of
straddling it.
Get on, and you're just sort of surfboarding this thing.
Yeah, yeah, that works. Yeah.
All right. So, Andrew, as this thing begins lifting out of the ground, it's a struggle, but you manage to kind of you manage to get the top half up, and it's pulling the rest out. What do you want to do? By the way, you can see from the monitor is cracked. One half of it is staticky, but in the other half you can see what appears to be a kind of zoomed in view of the landscape, and in the distance you can see the giant mound of junk and debris. It's like a mountain of it that makes up the city of Scrapwall. And
Thingy the Crimson Phoenix, who donates £5, he says, "This may seem weird, but evil must happen. The mech rolls a D10K."
Okay. Well, yeah, no, that'll happen. So go ahead and throw me the link for the D1000 table, because I'm gonna roll D10K
right.
for the mech, and we're gonna see.
Wild magic. They're in a chat for you.
We're gonna see what happens to this mech as it is pulling itself out of the dirt. 2, 3, 7, 1.
Reminding you folks whilst it's happening, if you want to move, hit that follow button and join us, and when we hit 20 followers, you guys get to decide what happens next. I also think we're just one tweet away from a viewer decision. We're at 19 out of 20, so here's the tweet. If you haven't tweeted out, make some viewer decisions happen right now.
So, alright, so the mech does not have a spell book. So that is not really gonna work out. But I think the mech is almost like a spell book when you think about it, right? I mean,
laser beams.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's got like a computer, so it's basically that basically casts spells in the form of ballistic missiles. So the mech itself is how many of you are in the group can use magic?
I cannot.
Yep.
Okay, so for those of you who can't use magic, the giant robot that is pulling itself out of the ground suddenly becomes invisible. It disappears.
Oh.
Does that include the newly added additional piece?
Yes.
So I'm standing on the air.
Yeah, you're just sort of hanging.
10.
So I was in one of the chairs. So is it like now all of a sudden like I'm in like Wonder Woman's airplane?
Basically, yeah. You're just kind of sitting there in midair, like not really sure exactly what's going on. For the rest of you, you don't know. Like nothing seems to have changed.
It seems normal. Guys, why are you freaking out? Chill out.
Hey, boss man, you wanna take this helmet thing? I think this is here. Yeah, here it is.
Can I panic knowing that I'm not standing on anything and just like drop and like?
No, it's still there.
I think. Well, yeah, it's still there, but it's invisible to me, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I just want to like
it's
drop
pretty
and grab this invisible thing and like hold on, like.
Oh yeah, no, you kind of like you were like straddling like a surfboard, but now you're like you're hugging this thing for dear life.
Yeah, like what the hell? Kind of look up at them. I can see all of them, right? They're not invisible.
Yeah, sure. I'll say you can see them.
Okay. I'm just looking at them like. Ah!
How do you need to go easy on those peppers, buddy? You know your gut can't take them.
So who you handing the helmet to?
I'm handing it to I am so sorry. What's Will's character?
I'm playing Tenenbaum.
Tenenbaum.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Oh, it's right there on the screen. I'm giving it to Tenenbaum, and then I start hugging him for dear life because I don't know. Like, there's no, I don't, I might fall. I don't know.
Tenenbaum, you get into the seat. You put on this heads-up display helmet, and you get your hands on the controls. How do you want to march this thing across the desert?
To the Flight of the Valkyries is the song which I like put on the radio as we like begin to march across.
So let me find that on YouTube. But second of all, do you because this epic music is playing, do you want to spend the time sort of like because okay, so are you blasting this out of speakers outside the thing too?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's like on the intercom. I'm assuming we've got like radios on this thing.
Sure, why not? Do you want to also be like firing lasers and missiles into the air? Just
probably just testing them out. Just go.
All right, so let me.
This could only go well. Hey guys, are you the ones with that giant evil laser machine?
Mike thinks it has every single Earth song.
Okay.
I would like to play the theme song to Barney while we're piloting this, please.
Well, so as you were trotting this thing across the land, the music begins blaring, and you see like missiles are firing off into the air. Chain guns are going. Like I don't know what weapons this thing has on it. I'm sure they were listed in somewhere, but they are so buried in so many details that I've forgotten. But you're just firing off like.
Okay, I think it needs to be whispered.
No, I don't think that needs to happen. And as you see the town of Scrapwall looming up. Scrapwall, you can see as you're arriving is it's a mountain of debris. Sorry, that is too loud. It is a mountain of debris. It is an intimidating sight, just kind of towers of rusted iron and hills of rubble and ruin that Stuart, have long since been divested of anything like remotely valuable by tech scavengers and stuff. It's just kind of looming out in the dusty plains, and you can see these towers, like the walls of debris, rise about 35-40 feet in the air. And it's probably about 3 miles wide at its widest point, the city itself, and looming at the far end, just towering above everything, is this. Let me
thank you to Marching Ducks for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Alright, so this is sort of what Scrapwall looks like. And this is what you see sort of at the back. Oh my god. Shit. That's cool. is like this giant, towering mechanical dredger thing. As you are trudging in your giant mech towards this city.
Nice. And I'm like, I think I should stop firing all the lasers at this point. They might be a bit scared of us.
That's fine. That's fine.
We're just like button mashing the fucking.
You just look like Godzilla wherever we're going.
BBB, A, B, C, C, BBB, A, right, left. No?
And thank you to 8010AS for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. I'm gonna turn off the lasers and just march into Scrapwall without causing too much of a fuss. For all I know, this might be normal. Or, everyone's got one of these.
Yeah. So let me turn off this music and go back to this music. By the way, we're at 19 retweets, guys. So just a little bit away from an awesome viewer decision. If you guys want to assist in the game in some way, so sorry, the music was not on. Yeah. So if you guys want to, want to help out, hit that retweet button, get those retweets going, and you can contribute to the game, create something that happens, and all that stuff. We'll go over those if that happens. But I think, is it 25 or 20? I don't remember.
20.
20. Well, then we are one away. Oh my God. We're one away, so one more retweet, and we will have a viewer decision from you guys. But you guys are making your way into the town of Scrapwall. You've just parked your mech right outside the front gates, and you actually know that basically you were able to lead them in. Lead them into Scrapwall, because there's one point at which the walls itself, are solid walls of rubble. There is a gatehouse, right at the southern end, which is the end that you came up to it from. Oh my God. And yeah, the gatehouse is just sort of just a guard post, a massive sort of wooden timbers and metal bars, patrolled by a group called the Steel Hawks. And they're brigands, they're thugs, but they're not particularly particularly interested in keeping people out, but you do have to actually talk to them as you guys are approaching the gate. These kind of heavy armored orcs clad in rusted metal that was probably scavenged from wrecks somewhere. They have their arms crossed. They say, "Hey, what do you want in town? Ain't safe with you coming in with tech like that."
We want a viewer decision because of 20 retweets. Hell yeah!
Oh my God! So,
oh, there we go.
Yeah, that is 20 retweets. So here's what's gonna happen. Will is gonna throw a line into chat. You guys are going to post your ideas, anything you want to happen. We'll set the scene. The scene is this: the party has just arrived in the town of Scrapwall, a nasty, kind of brutish town, inhabited by gangs and slavers and all kinds of rough and tumble people. They have just parked their mech outside, and they are standing at the gates. So you get to say what might happen when they get in. Are they going to encounter someone? Wow, that got really loud. Are they going to encounter someone? Are they going to meet an NPC? Are they going to have a fight? Is something going to happen to the city? I don't know. You tell us, and we will make it happen. So post those in chat, and we will vote on them in just a bit. But get those things in. So yeah, you guys are standing in front of these orcs.
So I mean, I feel like if I've been living in this place for a bit, maybe do I know any of them? Are any of them familiar to me?
Possibly. I mean, you know that in order to kind of appease this, like the Steelhawks, they basically just take bribes and stuff. Like you kind of gotta. There's no official toll, but they just kind of like to be greased a little bit in order to let people, in without shaking, just sort of shaking them down completely.
So, but we just arrived in this like big 110 battle, 100 ton battle mech,
Yeah.
with lasers and autocannons, and they think they're gonna stop us. I mean, like, can we do like can I do like an intimidation check? Be like, hey, listen, here's my bribe for you. I'll let you live.
Sure.
Alrighty. So, go ahead and and it's -1. Bad intimidation apparently. 14.
The orc is just kind of like his arms are crossed. He says, "How you know that thing won't be stripped for parts when you get back?"
And that is why I'm not the brains of the operation.
Is there a stable anywhere?
Mechmaster.
So, somewhere we could keep this?
Eat it.
He says, "No."
Well, I guess in addition to the bribe to let us in, we can give them a bribe to look after it for us.
Yeah.
But then again, they might just take it for their own also. So that might not be the best idea either.
Is there anyone you trust in this town? Like a mum?
Andrew, you probably would know the only person here that's not there are a couple people that are a little bit neutral, but the only person that is actively a decent person would probably be the priestess of Brig, who is she lives in she has a clockwork laboratory somewhere in the city. She's nice. You've kind of been there to pray or be healed once or twice.
Okay, and then how would she help us? Would she help us to look after our mech while we're away, or would she be just a person to go talk to?
She would probably be a person to talk to. She would probably have a good lay of the land and be an ally if you could secure her cooperation.
All right, so the more friends we can make in this town, the better. I know of a priestess, the priestess of Brig. She is a decent person. We should go and talk to her.
Yeah. All right. Let's go talk to this chick.
So, have you guys given any payment to the guards in any way?
Oh yeah, payment. How much they want? What's the standard bribe fee?
I mean, Andrew, they kind of just take a piece of whatever you're carrying. Like, it's either a small cut, or or they shake you down.
I don't want to be shooken down by orcs. So
Yeah.
I think maybe I'll yeah. I mean, it looks like I've got a little bit of gold on me. Maybe I'll give them like 10 gold pieces. Be like, hey.
Sorry, I just got back. I was on the phone. What exactly is happening in this moment?
You guys are standing at the gates of Scrapwall and trying to bribe some guards to get in.
I mean, let me just flash my tits.
Even better. Even better.
Go ahead and roll me a charisma check.
She's been wearing this flasher coat the entire time.
Would that be we'll call that persuasion.
There's no seduction check in 5e. PC gone to mad.
They're lopsided.
You just kind of you lift up your robes, and they're just standing there with their arms crossed. They say, "I'm into orcs."
I flash my tits as well, by the way.
Yeah, that's
right. I'm like,
they say, we're losing our patience here. You gonna pay, or you wanna get?
Old boots? Round.
Well, they would have hair on them. I think that's what they're into. I'm guessing.
I mean, Aldrich sure is registered to pay.
So what are you guys gonna do?
I think we gotta give him some gold or something.
Yeah. Good on you, Andrew. Yeah, you probably do.
All right, so Andrew, you kind of empty your personal gold pouch out and hand your coins over, and they kind of like rifle through them in their hands. They kind of count them and they say, right. And then he kind of turns over his shoulder and shouts to the wooden watch post, and so from inside you hear the kind of the clanking of gears as the wooden bars the metal bars begin to raise, and he kind of leans and he says, "Have a good time. Try not to get killed."
That is sound advice.
All right.
That's what we're talking about.
And as you guys are walking into town, we've got that straw poll up, so get your votes in. I will check on the winners in just a bit, but now is the time to get those votes going on what you want to happen. So, as you guys are making your way into Scrapwall, let me actually give you a map here. You guys are here.
Yes.
You guys are here.
It's got a red like Borderlands feel to this.
Yeah, it is. So I'll kind of I'll give you kind of a description. The city itself is surrounded by you just pass through a sort of ramshackle pair of buildings with walls and roof made out of strips of leather, fur, timbers, and metal plates, and other just pieces of junk that have been lashed together. It lashed and bolted together. It kind of sits in a gap in the surrounding mounds of refuse. Those big brown kind of clumps are basically like 30 to 40 foot high hills of debris. Just piles of nameless junk that has been rusted to hell and has been stacked to the ceiling. And it's not like a solid wall, it's more like a hill, so in theory you could climb over it, but it looks kind of jagged and probably unstable. But as you enter the open area beyond, you're in Area C, which is... Andrew, would know that you are now in the territory of the Steelhawks. But this gang they still control the entrance and exit to Scrapwall, but they've been kind of beaten down by the Lords of Rust, mostly, since they took power. And you would also, Andrew, you'd also know that Scrapwall is kind of a dog-eat-dog place. It's kind of rough, kind of unforgiving, and so there's a term that is kicked around colloquially called scrap worth, and it basically represents how much respect you have within the constantly shifting political and violent landscape that is the town of Scrapwall. In order to gain the scrap worth, you kind of have to do notable and/or things that either intimidate people or help people make friends, or just or basically show your dominance. And that is how you kind of gain respect within the city. Most likely, you guys have no actual worth at this point within town.
No, Andrew the Blunt has no scrap worth in Scrapwall. And I guess I know that the Steelhawks, their scrap worth has plummeted a bit.
Yeah.
Because the Lords of the Rust are So would the Lords of Rust, would they be like the dominant faction now? Or
Yeah,
would
you know that they live in that giant digger that is that is their base, and they're the ones that ever since they came to power under sort of the guidance of something they call Hellion, they have basically they have subdued a lot of the landscape of Scrapwall under their power.
maybe Hellion equals unity? Maybe? I don't know. All right. Sorry, that was just me thinking out loud. Okay, so, Hellion, bad. All right.
Arr.
And it does start with hell,
That's true. And Eon is
like an onion.
like an onion, and onions make you cry. Yeah. Illuminati confirmed. Let's go see this priestess chick. See what she's up to.
Okay. I can lead the way. I know she's over here. And where would the priestess of Brig be on the city map?
You know that she is in the Clockwork Chapel, which is letter F.
Letter F.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So all right.
It up.
We'll lead. I'll lead the way. So all right. Let's. She's a good person to talk to. Follow me.
All right.
So just as a reference, any zone that's labeled with E is going to be here. I'll actually label them on the map. Any label that's labeled with E is going to be an unclaimed territory. Basically, it's just sort of free for all. The gray here it will represent the Steelhawks territory. The red will represent the Red Tooth Raiders territory. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Which you have to pass through.
Colors.
And then there's others that we'll get to, but anywhere that's an E is going to be unclaimed, and F is the Clockwork Chapel. So as you guys make your way through the Steelhawks territory, there's kind of this area is possibly more dangerous because being that the Steelhawks are in a bad position, you would know that they're kind of likely, like it's possible that they might decide to shake you down or make an example of you as a way of building their own worth.
Okay. So, and we're pretty conspicuous as we're traveling through the territory. So I mean, so we couldn't really stealth our way past them. We'd have to.
You could. It would take it'd need a little work to conceal yourself, but you probably could.
Well,
there work to conceal lopsided pooper as well. Welcome, my friends, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing with us.
There's the vote. It looks like is really close. I think like one or two more things could probably tip this whole thing. So get those as they're walking through Scrapwall. Get those last minute votes if you haven't in already, and we'll be finishing that viewer decision up in just a second. So what do you want to do, Andrew? How do you want to take them through the territory in the safest way?
I would say as much as possible. Just kind of not draw attention to us. I mean, the Steelhawks, they're orcs, so I don't know, can we like rub dirt on our faces or something, look a little bit more orcish just to kind of blend in?
Yeah, sure. You can you want to use like dirt and junk to like disguise yourself a little bit?
Yeah.
Sure. Is that a disguise? Is not. Roll me a wisdom check to attempt to create a cool, like an intimidating disguise. I will let if anyone else wants to assist this with either wisdom or charisma, you can help.
I'd like to dress up as a goblin because that's what they did successfully in the Lord of the Rings, not as an orc.
Excuse me, it was an orc, sir. It was an orc.
Oh, they're dressed up as orcs?
Yeah.
How does the orc outfit fit them? Orcs are huge.
They're ugly ass orcs.
Well, they come
Like,
in
extra
they
ugly.
come in various sizes in Modern Rings. Orcs tend to be a bit smaller.
Really?
Yeah, but halflings are tiny. I agree. Like their helmets do look huge on them, but yeah, they look
I'm trying to be a douche. Douche
Yeah,
with
you can pull off. Either way. Don't worry about it.
Well,
What is the the persuasion is your charisma check?
Oh, persuade. Okay, so I rolled a 7.
No.
with-
He rolled a Rathian rolled a persuasion,
Oh, sorry.
which I'm assuming is the same as charisma check.
What are the orc goblin fusions?
You're muted. Orc, you mean hobgoblins?
I was muted.
Uh,
I couldn't remember what you said to roll, and so I looked at what other people had rolled, and I saw a persuasion. So
I said intimidation. Do you have a better intimidation than you?
Don't follow the crowd, Rathians.
Persuasion is a +1. Intimidation, intimidation is the +4. Oh, nice. Yeah, perfect.
Well, no. You can keep the same roll. You can just add your bonus to it. I'm not gonna make you re-roll it.
Okay, it'd be +3 more, so 24 then.
So then you are the idea. You're not sure if the idea is sound, but you are definitely like there's a lot of junk here, and with all the metal and stuff, you're definitely able to create one or two sort of fairly intimidating facades on like the more heavily armored and bulky of among your group. It's it's enough that you when you put it on, you kind of like basically what you do is you take like little pieces. You're already wearing armor, so you take little pieces of metal and stuff and like stick them out like spikes, and you kind of like maybe find like a dead rat and like shove it on there or something. Like basically anything to make you look more intimidating. And yeah, it definitely looks the part.
Okay. Yeah, so I want to take my time from modifying our mech dominatrix and use that skill that I acquired during my time working on the waistline of the mech and apply that to our armor and try and make us as orcish as possible.
Yeah, so as you're putting on this disguise, you're kind of looking like the war boss from the first Mad Max movie. What is the second one? I don't remember. You're looking pretty nasty, and that is as you start walking into the Steelhawks territory.
Is that just for me or for the crew?
It's not going to be. You don't have enough. I mean, you could take a while to do up everyone if you wanted, or you could just make yourself look really, really badass.
Okay, yeah, then I guess it's just myself.
I make myself look cool.
All right, so you kind of
the only chance I have to look cool.
you kind of set this up, and as you're kind of striding through the open ground that is the territory. You see a lot of eyes on you from the shadows. Groups of orcs are kind of walking this way and that way, and they're definitely eyeing you up, but they don't really. No one seems to kind of pay you much attention. And as you pass through the Steelhawks territory into the unclaimed lands, you're passing through the Red Tooth territory, which give me 1 second. You would, Andrew would know that the Red Tooth Raiders are a gang of rat folk, and they are one of the more powerful groups in the city.
Okay, so maybe like the dead rats, maybe you should take them off now. Or keep them on, I don't know. Be like, hey, you want to end up like this? Mess with us.
And as you guys are making your way in, actually, as you guys are passing through the unclaimed lands, you are hunkering down, and you manage to come across. Like, actually, you're walking across the ground in this place is mostly dirt. It's been kind of cut into streets and stuff. It's been cleared away, though in some places there are like large sheets of metal that have been ripped out of things and like placed down as like street kind of lining, possibly to prevent this thing from turning into a mud pit if it ever rains or anything like that. But there are also like these bubbling pools of like toxic sludge not, here and there. And as you guys are walking down one of these metal-lined streets, all of a sudden, the first one that breaks through is definitely going to be Haldrung, because he is the heaviest. Haldrung, you step on this sheet of metal, and you just go plummeting straight down into a dark cavern below, very shortly followed by the plate collapsing under the rest of you guys, as you were all dropped down into a dark... you land solidly, probably after about 5 or 6 feet, in a dark hole.
This was bad. This was very bad. Ow.
Can I use my gut as like an airbag to cushion my fall?
A little bit. I mean, the all the metal that you kind of rigged on yourself kind of jabs at you, and it hurts a lot. But it's not enough to prevent you, to kill you guys. But you're kind of looking up at the sun streaming in through this hole as you were all down in this this dark and cramped cave.
All right. So is it just like a pit, or are there?
It's a cave. You've never seen this before.
I've never seen this before. I know not of this place.
You mean you don't often just plunge through the ground into these random caves, then?
I mean, you're the one to talk. You're the one who made us fall.
And in fact, Haldrung was rooting cave for years.
In my defense, it was the gut that did it, not me.
I like to imagine that Haldrug is like a cat and he has to fall gut first. Everyone.
And thank you to Pablo's Honeys for following. Welcome to Adventure My Friends, you're a gentleman and a scholar, and reference to Radiohead, which I like. Good job. Proud of you, son. I'm gonna get out of this so I can ow, I'm probably broken a few bones down here, and I'm gonna I guess put everything in source of light, so I'll cast light to illuminate the cave, basically.
You see that the cave continues sloping downwards, and you can just make out that the light is shining into a dark cave, and you can just see at the end of it appears to be a faint and flickering blue glow.
Ooh,
shiny. Down in there. So in blue.
It's downhill.
I mean, can we get back up? We can't, so we have to just go.
Can I take lead on this and roll downhill?
I'll shove you down the hill.
That works. Just momentum.
He's helpless to support some momentum. It's his one weakness. No.
Balance. Oh god.
Alright, give me 1 second. So as you guys are making your way down, making your way towards this glow, let me see if I can find... Here we are. Okay. Oh, that's not what I want. Maybe?
I don't know what you want. What is it?
Give me 2 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves about as you make your way down, because I'm looking for a thing I wanna do here.
So it appears that everywhere we go, we cannot go back because it's just lower. Why do we continue this descent?
Haldrug, basically, someone pushed him, and now we just...
He just took off.
Yeah.
I think we're just following him.
There's no stopping once I get rolling.
Are we going to the core of this planet?
Maybe. That might be where Unity is.
That is true. The blue lighty thingy could be Unity. Probably isn't, but it could be something.
Could be.
Well, let's just go.
And if there's nothing else down there, then we just go back up again. And try and find a way up. But at the moment, I don't know how to get back up, so... Yeah.
Alright, so... as you guys are making your way down into this cavern, you see that the cavern seems to let out through a hole in a torn metal wall, and you see it's a very familiar sight as there appears to be some sort of ancient relic of some sort of crashed spaceship is buried deep under here as you're able to step in, much like you stepped into the decks of that starship that you were in before. However, there's not like most of the walls appear crushed and dented or caved in. There's only a small bit. You appear to be like the floor is basically tilted like this, so you're actually gonna have to walk on the wall to, that's the nearest flat surface. This appears to be what must have been some sort of armory or barracks in whatever ship crashed here, because what you're looking at is racks of like these kind of shelves, like metal harnesses and racks that are holding a variety of different very strange, very advanced looking technological armors.
Now on our way down here, in the dirt, is it easy to ascertain whether or not somebody has been here before, or are we?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check or a survival check if you have it.
Survival +3. I got that.
Blackwing asked me if he thinks he blew Askren's mind. I think so.
I don't
think you broke him.
I mean,
I can't even.
Did you roll it?
All right, yeah, there it is. I got a 15.
Oh, it hasn't come up for me.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I see it. 15.
Okay. So as you were looking at this, it doesn't look like anyone's been down here. You don't think anyone's actually discovered this cavern.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm just spitballing here, but it seems like, the thing to do would be to, in a nutshell, loot whatever is lootable and use it to establish our dominance in this scenario.
That seems like a good plan. I mean, if we're here to fuck up this unit, you guys, then why not take their stuff first? I'm gonna go down and see if one of these things fits me.
Okay.
We should arm ourselves.
Go ahead and roll me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Roll me a 1d12.
A 1d12, alright. Shall do. And thank you to Dr. Froggotten for following. Welcome to the Avenge, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. My 1d12, or still got 12. Do we each roll 12s?
No, I'm gonna, because there's only one of each type of armor, so I'm gonna have everyone roll. So you got a 12. All right. Well, that was Stuart. So we'll go with Stuart first because he rolled the first one. So as Andrew is making his way to one of the racks, the rack that these are all, we'll say that so you can't because you don't know what you're picking. We'll say that all of the armors are actually contained in like these metal storage cabinets, and you have to press a button, and so the door kind of opens and you see what was inside. So you go to one of them and you press the button, and as the door kind of slides up, you find yourself looking at what appears to be a heavy sort of suit made of synthetic polymers with a transparent dome-like helmet that would completely cover your head. It looks basically like a heavy suit of metallic and plastic armor that will be like a completely sealed environment. You have found a complete spacesuit.
Wow, nice. And so is this suit, I mean, I'm not sure if I would know this, but is this suit mainly meant for EVAs, or is it a combat suit?
Yeah, so this suit is basically designed, as long as it's charged, as long as it has battery charge, it's designed to be a completely a little bit of armor, as well as complete protection from radiation and exposure to vacuum. And it also, you can see there are hand controls that control the various booster jets that are installed in it that allow you to navigate in zero gravity environments.
Sweet.
Yeah, it weighs 35 pounds. It has Yeah, it'll grant you a little bit of armor, but it's a little bit cumbersome to wear.
Well, hell with it. I'll put it on. I put it on.
All right. So you put on the spacesuit. I'll actually get you images of what they look like later. All right. So Tenenbaum, you are next. You uncover what appears to, like, as you push open the button on your cabinet, what appears to be a just a it looks like one of the, like a sleeveless like doublet or like chain, like armored shirt. It looks like scale mail, except the scales are made of these sort of plastic, sort of flexible plastic or metallic polymers. It basically is a breastplate made out of these very strange metallic scales, which wouldn't seem out of place among normal armors that people wear in this world, except for the very alien design to it. When the armor, you can activate it basically to expand and cover yourself in a suit of these scales.
Cool. Nice. Suit up. Boot up. Nice.
But so you could either wear it in like just the breastplate form, or you can kind of hit the emergency mode once per day and turn it into a complete suit for a short duration.
Nice. Cool. Awesome.
All right, so the next person's going to roll me 1d10. Who will that be? We'll say that's going to be Haldrug.
Haldrug's eating right now. That's how he gets his gut the way he gets it.
All right, we're good. All right. Roll 1d10.
Yes.
4.
All right. So you hit a button, and it is basically
I poked it with my gut.
there's not a suit of armor in this cabinet, but there's actually what appears to be just a long metallic cylinder that looks like a bracer. Like it would fit over your forearm.
I thought it was going to be a case for his dildo.
No, he doesn't. He didn't take that with him.
No, my dildo's strapped to the neck now. It's I want to hold it up to my gut and then just kind of shake my head no, and then kind of look at my arm at that point, and then trying to equip it.
Yeah, you can kind of clamp it over your arm. When you do, there's a couple like things on it, but there appears to be a single like there's a big kind of blue like glowing disc on the top, and on the inside, like right inside the wrist, there appears to be like a switch.
Flick it.
You flick it, and the thing starts spinning, and a kind of a translucent field of blue kind of shimmers around your body.
I just like want to run into the wall.
You run into the wall, and the force field hits the wall, but you do not.
Dude, calm down.
The bracer appears to be projecting a kind of force effect around your body.
Interesting. Does it forms around my entire body?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then I guess last but not least, oh no, okay, Kira, roll me 1d9, and then Trainsy, roll me 1d8.
4.
All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, Kira, you have acquired. You push the button on your cabinet, and you look at what appears to be a suit that consists of several. Wow, this music is too intense for this scene. You're looking at a suit that consists of several black flexible straps that appear to be attached to a framework of delicate servos, thin plates, and small strips of black polymer plastic that kind of give it the appearance of being in armor that probably wouldn't be very effective. But there are cables and stuff going on around it that when you activate them will kind of basically will like. Do you want to put the armor on, or do you want to leave it? I don't know if you use armor or not.
Yeah, I'll put it on.
Okay. There's no immediate thing to use, except there on the chest there appears to be like a large round thing that all the wires seem to be connecting to, and it kind of looks like you could depress it.
I'm gonna press it.
You feel all of a sudden your body feels very light, as if gravity around you were considerably less.
Cool.
You are in a gravity suit, which basically, as long as it is activated, basically makes you under the effect of a featherfall spell, and also you have a slight force field bonus to your armor.
Cool.
And last but not least, we have Trainsy, who has rolled a 3. Trainsy, you are there. Basically, you have a large mechanical belt-looking thing. It comes with a harness and a belt, so it's like a full kind of a full rig. And it's not armor or anything, but on the back of the rig appears to be a large and like an elaborate network of plastic and metal struts that lead up to a large kind of arm that is multi-jointed, that looks like it can control independently, and it has a hand on, like a basic mount on the end that looks like you could mount some sort of heavy weapon to it.
Some war machine.
Basically, yeah, it's a heavy weapons harness.
Awesome. But no heavy weapon.
You do not have a heavy weapon to mount on it. The only thing you have right now is the gun that you took. You took a pistol off the android.
I mean, does it even fit the slot? You like put the pistol upside down and like.
It's like a big sort of like arm. It's like a big kind of, you can move it in any direction.
Oh, it's a functional arm as well. It doesn't just have to be for the gun.
Well, you could probably use it for other things, sure.
All right, I will put the harness under the breastplate and secure the belt and just kind of have this floppy donger arm until I find a home. It's a weapon.
Yeah, it looked pretty good there, though, boss. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can still smoke in this as well.
Yeah. Baby holding an apple.
All right. Once you guys have all kind of equipped your things, you notice that the floor that is slanting up appears to continue up towards what is probably the surface. So if you could either attempt to go back the way you came, or you could attempt to scale the floor to make it back to the surface.
Yeah, let's climb.
All right. It'll take you guys a while, but as you are climbing up, you eventually kind of push your way out of this hatch, and you find yourself among the debris of Scrapwall. You actually are going to come up right here. Like basically in the mound of rubble and metal and stuff. And as you kind of push yourself out, you all kind of tumble down this cliff of debris and rubble and rusted metal.
So graceful.
Yeah, it's not really. There's really no way to do it with any dexterity or nimbleness. But you all kind of slide down the hill, and you find yourself out in the open again. Once again, you don't see anyone, or like you're kind of in a little bit of a deserted area. That you can hear sounds of a scuffle coming from behind you.
Look behind me.
Yeah.
It's when I say behind you, it's more like on the other side of the debris pile. Like you'd probably have to go around the corner to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep my little head around.
You
What's going on around?
you rush around the corner and you see what appears to be basically a street fight is going on. There's kind of a rumble in the street going on between what appears to be a group of humans. There are a lot of hawks and birds that are kind of circling around them and like dive bombing and stuff, and a group of rat folk that are, fighting back with swords. Some of them have crossbows. One of them has a sort of a plasma rifle looking thing that is firing at.
Did you say rat folk or rat folk?
Rat folk.
Okay.
Well, it is a turf war, but it's probably not a rat battle.
Yeah, exactly.
Andrew, you would instantly know as soon as you see those birds that the humans are the Smilers. And as you kind of are turning around, you see one of them is kind of swiping with a kind of a long hooked bladed instrument, and you can see the skin on his face, mostly around his mouth, seems to have been either chewed or cut away. So it's just like a kind of a skeleton grin, like surrounded by flesh. And there are like little hooks and stuff that kind of pull the flesh away to make the smile even wider.
Now, does it look like they're winning, or does it look like the?
It doesn't look like anyone has an upper hand. If you guys were to get involved, you could easily sway the battle in either direction.
Is this funny, guys? I mean,
I don't have any interest. This looks real fucked up.
Well,
sure a bit.
I mean, my inclination is, the Smilers are real bad dudes, and they're kind of the group that has it out for me. I kind of feel like I want to join in just to start whooping their.
Okay, we just met you.
Well, go get him, Tiger.
Yeah.
And this is crazy.
Jenkins.
We just met you, and this is crazy.
Yeah.
So call me maybe.
So, I'm not gonna add to that. Never mind.
I'm not going to be a part of this, okay? I'm done.
Okay, roughly how many on each side are there? How many?
Well, probably about 6 or 7.
Okay. Would it be possible to kind of observe first, see if somebody starts winning or not?
Yeah. If you guys wanted to sit around, it looks like here. Let me just.
Like we're gonna join in.
I haven't had a good fight in a while. I might want to jump in.
You can already see there are a few dead rat folk that are strewn around. So it looks like they're probably getting themselves, like, they're in a bad situation to begin with. And if you guys want to wait around.
I kind of want to slap my belly and then kind of grab our new companion and throw him into the fray.
Nobody tosses Andrew.
Nobody else is an Andrew.
You haven't met Heldrug.
So Andrew, you were kind of thrust forward. I don't know what kind of weapon you have, but if you want to contribute to this fight, you're welcome to.
I'm gonna follow him in once I throw him in.
Actually,
Okay.
No, my character is actually equipped with a longbow and is like +7 on a longbow, so it'd be
It's a
more
good thing I
likely
threw you in the middle of it.
All right.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't have a choice at this point, but I would have rather been a sniper. But
Well, you're not necessarily like right in the middle of the melee. It's still like still a distance away from you. You can stay where you are and fire your bow if you'd like to.
okay. Well, one last question: like, are the rat people? And I forget like their gang name, but
The Red Tooth.
But are they likely to show gratitude if I help them out, or are they going to be just turn on me after the fight?
You don't know. I mean, they're kind of they were once probably like the second most powerful gang in the town. They've kind of fallen on hard times recently, and their territory has been cut back significantly. Like they've lost a lot of territory, so they could be hostile, but they also could very, like, if you help them out, they would probably be more grateful than anything. The Smilers very unlikely to show you any kind of kindness, even if you help them out.
Well, hey, it sounds like the Smilers have an upper hand, and I've already had a bad run-in with them. I'm just going to start shooting at Smilers just for funsies, if nothing else.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an attack.
Okay, we'll do.
Let me find this.
And believe it or not, I get a +7 with the longbow. And I got 24.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. So roll some damage on that.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Get him. Osnoco, if you want to play, dude, every Thursday I run games for people to come and play. Check it out.
All right, so 7 damage. You draw your bow back and you let loose an arrow just as this Smiler is about to kind of drive this sickle-looking weapon down into a rat folk that is on the ground. Your arrow slams right into his side, and he is thrown a couple feet. As he's not dead, but he is severely injured. It's now. What level do you get a second attack at? I don't remember.
Well, I'm at level 1, so I definitely do.
You should be at level 5.
Oh, sorry, I came in.
It's all right.
As a fighter.
Yeah, I'm just a regular fighter.
Yeah, then at level 5 you get second attack because I'm a fighter as well.
You can fire again.
Are we all level 5 now?
Yes,
right.
You leveled after you made the deal with Hellion.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish off the guy.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
First time I've heard Stu say that one.
All right, and I got a 13.
A 13 will just be enough to hit. This guy is not wearing particularly heavy armor. And what's up?
Protection.
You tell me how you want this guy to go down.
All right, in the eyeball.
All right, yeah. You as he's turning to you with kind of this kind of skeletal grin on his face, you fire and your arrow just right through his eye as he drops. The other Smilers, the ones who are less engaged, begin turning and making their way towards you. Haldrung, I know you wanted to jump in the fray also, so if you'd like to rush in and get a jump on one of them, you totally can.
By the way, if you don't mind, as the Smiler is going down, I say, "Wipe that grin off your face."
All right.
Terrible.
Very action movie hero of you.
Grew up in the 80s. What can I say?
So my guy has 2 weapon fighting. So I get my ability modifier to the damage of my second attack as well. He also has action surge and extra attack. So he technically has 3 actions. So can I run towards them and then attack twice?
So you with 2 weapon fighting, I believe you get a bonus action attack.
2 weapon fighting, I get the ability modifier to the damage.
Yeah, but also because you're using a weapon in each hand, if you make a normal attack, you can use your bonus action to make a second attack. Then you also get your iterative, which is your attack for the level. Action surge allows you to take basically another round of actions, which would be
and then extra attack would give me another attack, so I'd have you'd have 3 per round rather than 2 per round. Okay, so I have 3 attacks per round then.
Yes.
Okay, well then can I start hack and slashing?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Then, 1, 2, 3. 26, 14, and 10.
Well, the nat 20 will definitely hit for a total of 14 damage. So will the 14. So I will let you you tell me how you kind of just chop one down.
Yeah, can I barrel towards him, in every meaning of the word, and just kind of throw my body, propelling myself on top of him, and once I'm on top of him, just hack away with my hand axes into his head until I just like cleave it off, like straight into the neck, just continually.
You just kind of like axes out, you barrel into him with your stomach, and once he's down, you just kind of begin chopping at the neck, and just one chop kind of buries the first axe, and as you pull it out and you do the next one, it just comes straight down, just severing the, like, breaking the spine.
Yeah.
And
like
there's
a madman who's way too sober for this shit.
There's like just fountaining blood into the dirt as you are on top of this guy, axes raised in the air in victory.
Beating on my belly.
Yeah. So they're going to, they're actually going to get some attacks now. Let me find the page.
I like the idea that me and Sapphire and the bias just like.
Well, you guys, if you guys would like to jump in, you basically that was like a surprise round. So now they're gonna get attacks back on the guys, and you guys can also jump in if you'd like.
All right, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm gonna pull out my
All right.
crossbow.
So why don't we have everyone throw some initiative? We'll set up a basic order. We'll have everyone do initiative, and no, not that, because that doesn't work for me. So T N H A S N S M O N.
Good spelling, man. Sound it out. That's it.
I'm just getting everyone's thing. All right, so Tenenbaum, you got a 6. No bias. You got a roll. Haldron, you got a 3. Andrew, you got a 14. Sapphire, you got a 23. You got an 11. All right, so Smilers.
Boy, this sheet, like, it forces me to attach it to a token for the initiative.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm not using the actual turn order, so don't worry about
Look out, boys, because Fuzzknuckle90 has subscribed. Thank you, my friend.
Oh
I
my
salute you,
God.
for the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, dude. Second subscriber of the day, which means
we get another decision. Holy shit.
Another.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Fuzzknuckle. So, Ashkin, you want to set the scene and shit? like that?
Yeah. So let me just roll some initiative for these guys first, as we get those ERP drinks in the chat.
Very brief. Thank you, Fuzzknuckle.
There is a 22 for them and a 20 for them.
Ooh.
22,
That
20. Okay, so, all right. So as we are getting into this combat, it looks like the Smilers are in a fight with the Red Tooth Raiders. It's basically human cannibals versus rat folk in this city of Scrapwall. The party has gotten involved in the fight, and they want to take down the Smilers. You guys, of course, are here to provide us with a viewer decision. If you remember, last viewer decision got the party all brand new suits of awesome advanced armor. And what this decision is going to do, I mean, who even knows? But that's for you to decide. So throw your ideas in chat. Make them awesome. Make them advance the story in a cool way, and we will get to them. We will vote on them, and we will have your best. But we're gonna have a round of combat happen first. So it looks like first up is going to be Sapphire. You have the jump on all these people. What do you want to do?
All right. Well, I want to cast Hunter's Mark to start.
Okay. There are 5 Smilers still left.
Okay. So, it's a bonus action, so I'm gonna cast it on one of them, whichever one. And then the one that I cast it on, I am going to shoot at them with my crossbow. And I get 2 attacks now because level 5.
What does Kappa mean? Well, what does it mean?
What does it really? But what does?
Does anyone really know? A 25 will not. A 12 will not hit, but a 25 absolutely will.
Okay. You fucking got the worst damage though.
All right.
Okay.
So
And then with the Hunter's Mark, they'll take an extra 1d6, I think, when I successfully hit them.
Yeah, all right.
okay. So that is that. Let me just put that.
I read Monster Truck Gang as Monster Truck Rung.
Whoa! Damage Y.
All right. So you deal 6 damage to him with your crossbow.
Yeah!
I wasn't looking on the Zoom chat, so I just heard a and I was like, what is that sound?
I make the best noises.
Oh man.
Thank you to 100k Source for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome. Okay, so anything else, or do you, I think that'll be probably your turn. So next up we have the Smilers, I believe, and they are going to attack. 2 of them are going to attack the players. The 2 of them are attacked. They have their weapons, but you guys are attacking at range, so they're actually going to pull from their sides what look like these pistol weapons that they have, and they're going to fire them at you. So that is, we're gonna say one attack is gonna be at Haldron with a pistol, and the second is going to be at Catherine or Kira. I almost said Catherine again. Nat 20.
No! Why?
So.
Rip.
So he's going to deal 9 damage with his pistol attack as the other one just whizzes by Haldron's head. The others are going to continue with their daggers. One of them is going to stab one of the rat folk, like you see him kind of twist the knife. The other is kind of dueling with him and trying to get his gun out and fire. But one of the rat folks has taken some damage. Next up, it is going to be the rat folk. So let me.
These rat folk ain't so bad, They got a tough time. Are they like rat men?
Yeah, hold on. I have an image.
Okay. I'm interested.
Let me just get some stats here.
I'm a mega trendy fan. It's okay, me too. He's a pretty big deal. I would just.
All right. So you guys. So the rat folk are going to gonna continue their fight. They will kind of use their daggers and their crossbows to fight back. One of them nailing one of the Smilers in the back with a crossbow. The other one will continue dueling with his dagger, just managing to nick the guy in the arm, not doing a ton of damage, but still fighting back as the rat folk. One of them actually, because there were we'll say there were 4 of them. One of them will kind of race up behind the ones that's firing at you to try and kind of stab him in the back, but he hasn't gotten there yet. So then next we will go to Andrew. You are up.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and fire my longbow. No, I forgot for the last round because I'm wearing this kind of space suity kind of thing. Do I have a disadvantage at all, or?
Yes, you will. We'll say on melee attacks you'll have disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay, but on range attacks it's all good.
Yeah, on range attacks it's fine.
Oh, okay. All right, and rolling 19.
19 will hit.
Okay, and I'm doing looks like 11 damage.
So these are what the rat folk look like, and these are what the Smilers look like.
I'm imagining like Jokers.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got that. There.
It's like the Joker versus. Is there a rat man? Like,
All right. So you managed to nail one of them with an arrow. 11 is a significant amount of damage.
The guy from Ninja Turtles.
It's like that in the first movie where it's like the rat dueling the giant fucking robot.
Yeah,
With a
their
sword.
teacher was a rat, dude.
Yeah, no, but he had dueled the dude in the giant fucking robot suit, but all he used was a sword, and it was totally equal. So yeah, 11 is a significant amount of damage as you slam one of them in the stomach with an arrow. Did you want to fire your second one?
Sure, but I'll fire it at a different target.
Different guy,
He's
you got
toughened
it.
Up, and yeah, we'll
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and a 9.
9.
9 will not hit. No,
9 for the hit. 9 for no. Yeah.
not gonna do it. All right. So as you fire your arrows off, one of them throws one of the smilers back. The other one kind of misses. Anything else you want to do, or is that it?
That's it. Just keep. I mean, and I'm guessing they're a little bit away, so they'd have to close for melee.
Yeah, because they fired their guns, so they're gonna have to close in next turn.
Okay. Oh, and they have guns. I got the spacesuit thing. I'll just stand out there. That's all good.
All right. No bias. You are up next.
All right, let me. Is the rat blocking where we're at?
No. There's no actual, like, we're not on a grid or anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This map is too big to use as an actual combat grid. The squares aren't 5 feet. They're here. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'll show you because it says right here, 1 square equals 400 feet.
Oh, that's good. Oh, 1 square is 4. Oh shit.
Yeah. Like I said, this place is like 3 miles across.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I'm within 1 movement.
Yes. You can get to the guys in
action.
around. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna charge up. I mean, not like much of a choice in the matter with the fight anyway, so I'm just gonna charge up with the warhammer and attack the nearest.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at something else. So you're charging it. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack. Just rich. Attack. No. Yeah. So
Yeah, go for it.
double.
I'm just laughing at someone that looks like you.
A little 21 and 12.
12 will not hit, but a 21 is. Which one did you want to attack? Did you want to attack the one that was just shot by Catherine, the one that was just shot by Andrew, or an unharmed one?
I said to the closest one to me, so I'm not sure if I can.
We'll say that was the one that Kira hit. I keep saying Catherine. It's fucking Sapphire.
Everyone does this.
Yeah.
It's been too long, man. All right. So you are going to hit that guy for 10 damage, which will crush his skull. As you bring your hammer down right on his head, and it smashes into the dirt with a sickening crunch.
Ew.
So that guy is out.
Bang bang. And thank you to 1 EXP to level. Thank you for following, my friend. Welcome to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Hopefully following got you that XP.
Yeah.
My hunter's mark is going to jump to the next enemy that's probably closest to me.
You got it. That'll be the other one that's wounded. Okay, so next up will be Tenenbaum. You are up on deck.
I am. I'm going to shoot at a smiler. Where's the nearest one to me? Would you say?
The one that's been injured, and there's one kind of rushing in. The other 2 are engaged in combat at the back.
I'm gonna shoot the injured dude because, kick him while they're down and all that. So natural 1.
Now 1 ain't gonna do much.
I cannot roll as Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum has never rolled anything like over 12. I swear to God, he's got +7.
Anything else?
I would fire again, but my crossbow is probably like jammed on a nat one, so I'm probably trying to like winch it back up again and fucking bloody thing. And just continuing to curse and swear. I give my bardic inspiration to we'll give that to Andrew, so you get a D8.
How do you inspire him?
I'm gonna say, Andrew, you're gonna be great, buddy.
You like the awkward grandpa bards that doesn't know how to give compliments.
Yeah, he just likes giving guys compliments, probably. Like,
I give Tenenbaum the Johnny Utah thumbs up.
right on.
And last we have Haldrong. It is your turn.
That's sinister silence.
I know. There's so many options. Okay, so how many of the Smilers are left?
There are 4 still standing. One of them is badly injured.
Okay. Can I use one of my 3 attacks as like charge barrel roll with my new equipped shield thing?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Okay. I want to do that and then use my barrel into them and then use my other 2 attacks as like my axes attacking. So is that a thing?
I'm not gonna let you get like a free attack just in place of your movement. Because
don't I get 3 attacks anyway?
Yeah. Well. Okay. So yeah, you can use one of your. Yeah. Okay. So you can use your extra action to do it. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check because it's gonna take. Roll me an attack using your. All right. So on a 10. Because it's not particularly your strength that is gonna help you get there. You have to navigate. You start rolling. And you do cover the distance, but you just kind of like this shield, it doesn't have enough force, like it'll protect you, but it doesn't have enough force to like levitate you off the ground, so you are basically just rolling in like combat rolling in the dirt.
Yeah.
It doesn't work as an attack, but it does get you there.
Alright, I'll take it. I feel like I've accomplished my mission. And then I'll I guess come out of my combat roll with 2 hand axe attacks as my regular attacks then. 20 and a 10.
20 will hit. That'll be the one that's that'll be the one that she marked. Also guys, we're tied up on that pole and the time is running short, so get those last minute votes in and break that tie. So how much damage on that?
6.
All right.
6 slashing damage.
So you pop up and you just bring your axe like right into his collarbone as you chop away, just taking this one guy down. The others are scrambling. So that'll be your action as you roll into this guy and chop him down. One of the rat folk will actually manage to shoot one of the Smilers in the back, kind of bringing them down after he's already been stabbed. The other 2 are kind of looking at the odds, and they begin to flee. Anyone with a ranged attack, if they want to, can take a shot as they're running away.
Ooh,
Yes, please.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's see.
Yeah.
25 will hit. Yeah. 13 will not.
All right.
And then
8 damage.
All right, 8 damage, and we need one from Andrew. 11 will not hit. So an 11 is not gonna hit either. You guys kind of chuck your weapons and
Does
fire.
the inspire help? Sorry.
Yeah, if you want to use the inspiration, it's gonna be 1d8. You can roll 1d8 and add that to your attack.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I forgot to do that. D8. Okay, so
That'll bring it up to a 17.
okay, and
That'll
that
hit.
hits.
Yeah.
We have a tiebreaker on a straw pile, so if you want to bring it in.
Yeah, I got it. All right, so as you fire, you guys together, both Tenenbaum and and Andrew together manage to bring down one of the fleeing Smilers, the other managing to rush off into the distance and disappear into the dust and walls of junk. But as you guys are left standing there, do we have a tiebreaker? It looks like it's still the same to me.
Oh, maybe it went back. The nanobots.
No. I need to refresh. Sorry. So as you guys are left standing there, in the rat folk are kind of breathing heavy. They're a little bit injured. But one of them will kind of look up and he'll say, "Thank you, friends. You assist the Red Tooth clan with honor." And then
No worries.
no, go
Now
ahead.
we attack them, right?
I say, I never said I was your friend. I was just killing them for fun.
Andrew's a bit odd,
We
like,
we accept the aid either way. But you are new in town. We do not recognize you.
Well, all you need to know right now is we just helped you whip a bunch of smilers. And accepting aid don't necessarily come for free. So what do you have?
I like this guy.
We'll take
he's-
booze as payment.
the rat folk kind of looks you up and down. He says, "If you wish, we will extend an alliance to your clan. Bring you to meet our leader, Red Tooth."
Do we have a clan?
I mean, we could pretend we do, and then if we're gonna actually try and help this creepy AI thing, maybe alliances would be.
We're the Tenon clan.
We
No.
do have a clan of Yondola. For
Oh my-
forever in her grace we walk.
I think the Iron Gut clan.
Ben. We're Ben's clan.
Clan Ben.
Yes, we're of Clan Ben.
The rat is kind of looking at, kind of leaning in towards you. You're still holding its crossbow. He says, "You wish to come to Red Tooth's Warren, meet our leader."
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Did we lose
We'll go.
Askren, or do we still have him?
No, I'm still here.
No, our Askren.
Oh, the alien. No,
Child, not baby.
yeah, you still have the alien, baby. He was kind of in a cloth papoose that you were carrying him in, right?
Do I still have the kitty? Oh wait, no, that's the other game. Never mind. Get my games confused. My bad.
All right.
I'm trying to keep
So-
track of all the
This
things
is
we've
what-
gathered along the
So
way.
as the rat folk begin leading you into their territory, they're going to bring you over to Area J, which will be as they're basically leading you in towards the wall of scrap, and as you see it kind of coming up ahead of you. Let me find it here. The entrance is you see in the wall of scrap is what looks like a 4-foot high tunnel, or a set of tunnels leading in, and you gather that the rats live deep. They have made their kind of tunnels within this wall of debris. As you're doing this, No Bias, you've been kind of playing, messing around with your harness and stuff. And you notice your harness has a few of these things that were strapped on the front. You don't really know what they are. They kind of look like little cylinders. And when you you can kind of unclip one of them. They look like tubes, and there's 4 of them on the front. Yeah. They're just solid metal cylinders, and as you open one up, you kind of twist it a little bit, and with a shing, these 3 metal these 3 metal spikes come out of the bottom.
That's pretty cool. What does it do?
Did you break it?
I don't know.
I think
Uh,
you broke it.
I just felt inspired to molest my armor. I
Inspired to molest my armor.
I inspect like the spike to see if it's sharp or just like look it against my dragon scales.
Yeah, they are pretty sharp. If you like, you actually notice on the side there's kind of very very small tech, and it says blessed nanites.
Praises. Praises. These are robotic Yandala infusion technology. YIT.
Okay.
All
I see.
YIT. Mm-hmm.
Hexafor. Gotcha.
No.
And do you want to take the infusion of divinity, the blessed infusion?
Stab it into myself?
Yeah. Do you want to infuse yourself with Yandala?
What do you think? I'm a fanatic?
Yes.
No.
Almost like a zealot.
Some kind of zealot.
I can use these to convert more people without my simple sayings, and I stab it into Sapphire.
Wait, what?
Welcome to the game.
As you stab this thing in, you hear a click, and the tube begins to drain as Sapphire directly into your bloodstream. Is this like a swarm of nanites will flow, and you feel kind of this, like your blood pressure feels very tense as these things fill your system, but as they begin filtering in, they swarm out throughout your blood, and you actually kind of feel them entering all, like your mind, all of your body, and as they do, you kind of are resolved with this clarity that you've never really had before, that the only like all of this technology, everything that you've seen and everything that's been given to you has come from the machine god, and he is glorious.
Okay. Well, first of all, before I come to that realization, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
So, how are you feeling about Yandala today?
Fuck your god. My god's better.
See,
Um,
I just shatter the rest of the
And as you guys are kind of having this debate, the rats will say, "This is where you meet our glorious leader, Red Tooth." And they kind of push open these large doors, and you see inside the tunnel is kind of a warren with all more rat folk are just kind of lined up waiting for you to enter. And as you guys are getting ready to enter the compound and have your meeting with the Red Tooth gang leader, I think that's where we're gonna have to end it for today. Because
nice.
it is about that time, and holy shit, did we get a lot done today. A lot of stuff happened, a lot of weirdness, but a great session as always. So I will turn the floor over to Will.
Nice, absolutely. Well, great game, hey, my friend. And good job on episode 4 or 5
4-ish.
of Iron Gods. Oh yeah, so yeah, maybe it could be wrong. I've been wrong. Well, apparently. But yeah, great session. Thank you guys for coming along and watching. If you did enjoy today's show, that's 1 p.m. show. Yeah, stick around because we're playing Star Ascension with, of course, Stuart below, creator of Star Ascension, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Me and Tool Squall, Raffian, Redundant, and of course Stuart will be playing in that game, so stick around for some more sci-fi shit happening here in a few minutes' time. I also wanted to thank Vigil for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar, but let's do some hooks and plugs and wrap-ups for this show before we get into the next one. Let's go around our cast and do some thank yous and what you thought about the game and where we can find you guys online. Of course, if you guys in chat did enjoy today's show, hit that follow button and join us to catch more of us. But let's start with our wonderful DM, Askren. So Askren, thoughts on the session and where can we find you online, my friend?
I thought that today was ridiculous. In obviously this game has gone it's gone in ways I didn't expect, but also in a lot of ways, it's more interesting than I thought it would be originally. And I was able to use a lot of what I'd originally written in different and new and weird ways. Though there obviously today had some surprises that I didn't plan for. But yeah, as always, I had a great time. You guys are awesome, and you guys in chat make this such a weird and fun D&D experience. My name is Askren. I'm the host and dungeon master of the Twitch TV channel Exploding Dice. The link will be somewhere in chat, I think. And we stream live D&D every Sunday. Let me turn this music down a little bit. We stream live D&D every Sunday, and also an awesome talk show called Fuzzy Dice, where I bring on like the best of the best in content creators and D&D celebrities and all kinds of stuff. And we have a good time. We answer your questions and we just chill. You can follow me on Twitter. It's just @Askren, and I love people sending me messages telling me how sexy Will's mustache is.
Is that what Blackwind's been up to?
Basically. No, if you don't know, the light on your face right now looks like a mustache.
I know, I saw that too.
And so, if you...
Illuminated mustache.
And so yeah. But thank you, everyone, and come hit me up and say hi and be my friend, and we will play and talk about D&D together. That's it. That's all.
All right.
But pay attention to these people.
Same questions for Tracy. You. You. You.
I roleplay here every Thursday.
Fuck yeah. Same questions. Anything else, Jules?
Or a dragon. And then
Channel, find you.
I'm on Trainsy TV.
Cool.
Do things.
Do things. Probably already heard about them. So, questions for Kira.
I hate it. I'm just gonna own it more. That the more
You have to. You just gotta own it.
I hate it so much that it's not gonna like.
Oh man.
Did you ever realize that you had "Big Deal" written over his camera all last game?
It's the tattoo I got.
That's who
Blacklight
Kira.
that shit.
questions.
I stream here on Twitch. I do art. And I play D&D here twice a week. Tuesday, Thursdays.
All right. Awesome. Raffian. Same questions.
What's up? Yeah, I'm Rathian. I have my own Twitch channel. It sucks, so don't ever go there. No. I stream on Rathian Gaming, and it's cool. Everybody comes there and makes fun of me on the daily, so it's awesome. I stream here twice a week as well, Thursdays. Yeah, that's about it. I do D&D and stuff. So if Will's not on and you haven't had your fill, you can always come say hi.
If
You haven't had your fill of Will.
Yeah, if you haven't had your fill of Will.
And finally, same questions for Stuart. I guess we're going to find out a bit more.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I had a lot of fun today. Again, this is my first time on Will's channel and gaming with you guys. Some of you guys, are familiar to me, and some of you guys, just meeting today, but I had a lot of fun. I was kind of thrown a little bit by the kind of intermix of like technology and D&D, but I think I could wrap my head around it and had a lot of fun. And as Will mentioned, I am the creator of Star Ascension, and we will be playing a game in actually just a few moments. And I'll be doing Q&A. I'll actually be running the game involving privateers. So basically paid, legalized piracy in a sense. So that's going to be fun. And we actually have a Kickstarter going. We only have a few days to go. We're at 93% of our funding as of this moment. And you can find, I think, is this thing still working? It is still working! ! Star Ascension. And that'll tell you lots. And we'll be here to tell you more. And I also desperately need a bio break in between.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes. Don't worry, you're good. All right, so what's going to happen, guys, is this stream is going to go down, and then the other stream is going to come back up again. So we're going to go offline for like 2 seconds as we switch around the cast and stuff like that. So don't panic too much when you see us go offline, because we'll be right back in about a few moments for Star Ascension. So stick around for that. But thank you, everybody, and we'll see you again in literally like 2 seconds time. All right, so goodbye, guys. Try to
Take care,
that
guys.
once. Stuff like that.
Later, guys. Bye bye.